Our heart's racing, our mind's spinning around. We can feel the sweat on our fingertips because we have a difficult meeting in front of us. And we're kind of rehearsing our arguments rather than really being prepared for the outcomes that we want. And we wonder why these meetings don't go as well as we thought they would. Well, today I'm going to give you 5 keys that'll have you winning more of your difficult conversations. It'll have you getting better outcomes. And 3 of these you've probably never heard before. But these keys will absolutely change the way you show up. It'll change how often you win, and it'll certainly provide you with better outcomes every time. Now, key number 1 is get that stress out of our body right before the meeting when we're feeling that pounding heart and maybe we're irritated or fearful or tense. That's when most people lose. It's not in the meeting, it's before the meeting. So here's what we do. You shake it out. Just think about the boxer before a boxing match or the UFC fighter before a fight. You see them shake it out. They shake everything and they keep going till they get their body loosened up and get that tension out. Whatever works for you. You know, one of my secret go-tos, I would go into a private room, sometimes even the bathroom, and I would push against the wall with all of my might, like I was gonna push it over. It would start in my legs. I could feel it going up through my back, through my shoulders, into the arms, through my fingertips, until I could feel that tension leave my body as I push that wall over. So that's one of my secrets, but your body speaks before you do. And that's why we want to get rid of that tension. And remember this, also warm up your voice before a keynote. Push those high tones, push those low tones, get those lips loose. Whatever you need to warm your voice up, because when you have a confident voice and a warm voice, it lets you show up as the leader you are. Now the second key, and another one you probably have not heard, these first 2 you probably not heard, is to role play the conversation. Most people will not do this. That's why most people don't succeed in difficult meetings. There's almost nothing more important than role playing. Do it with a colleague, especially if you have a colleague that understands the dynamics of the meeting, because they can present so many more what ifs. But whether it's a friend, a family member, I don't care if it's one of your kids, it helps to role play this meeting. Things are going to come up, things that'll be said that you didn't think about. In these role plays, things will go sideways in a way that you had not anticipated. It's going to give you new insights, and practice makes us better. I promise you, as you role play, one of the things you're going to think is, wow, I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, role playing is so dynamic, and it changes the game, and it changes your leadership, it changes your influence. Now, it's not fun. It's difficult. That's why most people don't do it. But in difficult conversation, it makes you better, and that helps you win. Keynote 3 is know your talking points. Now, you've probably heard this in different ways, but really this is not about the discussion. More or less, there's 3 to 5 really important talking points that really anchor where you're at. And you need to know these and understand these, because the conversation is going to go in different directions. And sometimes it'll get going in the opposite direction you want it to. And it's these talking points that will be your compass. They will be your North Star that will help you get the conversation moving back in the right direction. It'll also help you make sure you cover in a comprehensive way all angles of what you're presenting in this difficult conversation. So knowing this clarity makes you stronger in the meeting. This clarity helps you keep the discussion moving in the right direction. And remember this as you put those talking points together. This is not about controlling the conversation. It's going to get emotional and go different ways. This is about direction. making sure you get it back in the right direction. Now, key number 4 is to know your non-negotiables. Is another one you've probably heard, maybe not, but it deals again with clarity. What are your non-negotiables? Your non-negotiables, that's your hard line. That's when the conversation is really off track so bad that it's hitting up against something that is unacceptable for you. And if you really haven't established that before the meeting, if you don't understand with clarity what your non-negotiables are, you won't have the confidence to say, wait a minute, let's revisit this. Help me understand why you feel that way. We're going to have to come back to this at another time because this is unacceptable for me. Whatever that response needs to be, because you're hitting up against a non-negotiable. The funny thing about non-negotiables is you rarely talk about them in the meeting. This is not something you're preparing as a talking point. This is a guide for you personally to know when you need to hit the pause button or the stop button. This gives you the confidence to do that. So know your non-negotiables going in to that meeting. Now, the 5th key and the last key that I also think you probably never hear is the mindset of, I might not be right. Whoa, Joey, why would I want to go in there with that mindset? This mindset is very powerful. Remember, you already have your key talking points. You know what your non-negotiables are. You have formed and understand what your objective of this meeting is, and you're going to get relaxed. You're going to get that tension out of your body and out of your voice. You practice this. But if you go in there with the mindset of, I might not be right, you're going to be a better listener. A better leader is a better listener. You're going to seek to understand more their position, which will give you insights into how to come to that win-win strategy. When you have this mindset, the second reason it's so powerful is it helps you be more open-minded. There may be information that you gather in this meeting that provides you the opportunity to have a win-win that you hadn't thought about. In fact, this is so powerful. It's one of the 5 mindsets that I talk in my video about CEO mindsets, and it's one of the most powerful. I used to take in with me in every important meeting. I had a folder, and on the front of that folder it said, I might not be right. And inside I had my talking points, I had my objectives, I had my non-negotiables. But I also had to open it up looking at those words, I might not be right. Very powerful mindset that I promise you will help you win more often. It will help you get better outcomes. So let's bring this home very quickly. For you to win more, for you to get better outcomes out of those difficult meetings, loosen up that body, warm up your voice, role play as much as you hate it. Role play that conversation. Know your talking points. Those 3 or 5 key points. Know your non-negotiables and use that mindset, I might not be right. Here's what I've learned about difficult meetings. They don't define you and they don't define your leadership. It's how you show up in those meetings that defines you and your influence and your leadership. And this is our chance to show up and be better, to be a stronger leader. And when we avoid these difficult meetings, we destroy our leadership. We destroy our influence. So you want to lean into these meetings, but these 5 steps help you lead in with presence, preparation, and humility. Those are the keys to winning more in difficult meetings. And if you like this information, please hit the like button. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And always remember to be a strong leader, and we can do that by daily thinking about how we can be better.